What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, The Kush Concierge, something for the people. Today, we are going to step into the first quarter of Impact, and it's called Redemption. This is a program that I use now with the Evolved Hustler, which is a breakdown of utilizing your natal chart, utilizing tarot, utilizing astrology and the almanac to really just guide and plan out your purpose, your business, and just your day-to-day life as a hustler. So we're evolving in this season. We're no longer, in this Pluto and Capricorn era where it's all about money, no matter what. Yes, we want to do well, but we want to be in alignment. We want to be our highest frequency so that we're not on the wrong side of karmic justice. So we're not on the wrong side of like the energy when it all comes down to it, because authenticity and being genuine is what is going to be the T with this Pluto and Aquarius. So if you haven't gotten a chance to tap into previous episodes, I talk a lot about Pluto and Aquarius. I talk a lot about the idea of using your natal chart, just kind of a briefing. So now that we're really in a moment, we've stepped out of this past full moon in Leo. Now we're just gonna really get into the aspect of biting down and starting this program together, because it's time. So I'm right here along with you guys. This is something that I started to map out and work on last year, like really give a name to it and implement it, and it was successful. Like it pans out, it checks out. So I just want to share this with my hustlers, because we want to approach this from a genuine space this season. So let's get started. So the very first part of the first quarter with redemption is going to be the shadow work. And the shadow work is in you getting to know yourself. The shadow work is in you shedding parts of yourself that are no longer in alignment with who you are trying to be this season. Well, who not trying to be, who you're meant to be innately. A lot. Once you read your chart, once you really break it down, you'll see that these are 9 times out of 10 ways and phases that you've been fighting all this time, uncovering like who you really are. Because we've been conditioned, we've been molded. A lot of people are shifting, a lot of people are changing, trying out new careers, trying out new business endeavors, doing different brands. The world is shifting, culture is shifting, so we're going to shift right along with it. Now, all of that's going to require some level of shadow work. You're not really going to be able to just jump right out there and just boom, voila. It might show up that way, but like they say, you can't cheat the hustle. It knows how much work you put into it. So the very first part of all of this is, again, like I said, the shadow work. In the shadow work portion, I'm going to suggest doing your natal chart. Y'all know I always talk about it. And you need to, assess your north node, your south node, and if you do have a Chiron or Chiron, depending on how you pronounce that, you need to assess that too. Pay special attention to those areas. That's going to be the first thing. You also need to know where your moon is, because your moon and your Pluto, those are going to be your deep emotions, who you are in the shadows, how you feel, how you process things, like who you truly are. So yeah, those are the things you're going to take a special look at when you go for your natal chart, because it is expansive. And I always say, like, I like reading my chart at different periods of my life, because to me it always look different every time I look at it. Like, I've been looking at my chart since I was in college, but I see it differently now than I did when I was in college. If that makes any sense. So review your chart periodically, because again, it'll shift. Now, a good thing if you are looking to create something, I will suggest The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I'm also gonna suggest what is her name? My apologies, I had a brain freeze. Bell Hooks, All About Love. That's awesome. And I'm also gonna suggest journaling every single day. And whatever you want to release from yourself, do burn letters. Do burn letters on Saturdays. Things that didn't work out for you, things you want to release. Saturdays are always going to be a great day to release. If you're just now joining me, you'll notice that I talk a lot about the days of the week and how certain days are better for certain things. Okay, so Saturdays is going to be a great day for releasing, getting rid of things that you no longer want to deal with. So get you a journal, do that before you start getting out there in the world. Another good thing I did was I put my affirmations and my reminders, so that I would be almost forced to check them off throughout the day. You know, we be on our phone, we be on our devices. So throughout the day, I'd have certain reminders that would come through like an alarm, and I would have to check it off throughout the day. That's a good thing to do as well. Let's see. We will get into the idea of the identity shift. I just feel like before you decide who you're going to be, you need to think about who you're not. Parts of yourself you want to take into this new plane, this new frequency, parts of people that you don't want to take, things that you're doing. Like, you need to actively decide that, make a pro and con list if you want to get that deep about your career, about your talents, about people, about your standards, your mentors. Maybe your mentors in the past are not the same as they were now. So your whole idea, your music taste could have shifted, So do that shadow work. Assess what it was in these past, since 2008, 15 years. Assess what didn't work for you, and now you want to go back and you want to start to kind of cut that off and shed that. Now, once you do that this week, so we're going to call this week like shadow work week. I don't want to thrust you guys into the identity shift too hard. So we are going to do shadow work this week. I'm also going to suggest that everybody purchase their own tarot or oracle cards. I have a list on Amazon because it'll help you assess on the times when you're not able to listen to podcasts or you're not able to watch readers. You can start to read and kind of assess your own energy. A good beginner's guide is going to be the oracle decks, because they're more about like feelings and energy and emotion, and that'll be a good deal for you. So your daily rising routine would include the journaling and the pulling. You don't have to pull a full spread. You can pull like one card. You can pull 3 cards. Don't get obsessive with trying to read people's energy and read the past, present, and the future, because that's not like spiritually correct anyway. Be very much focused on yourself, learning yourself, I ain't gonna lie to you, the Hoodoo Tarot deck, the ancestors, because this is more like an ancestor deck. This is the ancestors is really getting you together. So after you've gotten yourself an oracle deck to, filter out your feelings and your emotions and things you need to work on that day, then I would definitely suggest moving on to the Hoodoo Tarot deck because it keeps it all the way real. I've had people, I've seen people say get the traditional deck first, but I feel like sometimes it's tea and sometimes you can't help that is giving you tea. Like if y'all are privy to my past episodes, you'll see that sometimes I really do be pulling for personal development, but sometimes you just gonna get tea. So I just really want you guys, yes, you should eventually get a normal tarot deck, but the oracle and that Hoodoo Tarot deck first is gonna get you together. It's gonna keep it real. It's gonna deal more with who you are, and it's like your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles, your elevated ancestors getting on you in a sense, getting you back in line. So that's why I say that all these things again are in my Amazon list. And if there's some things are not there, I will be adding to it tonight. So you guys can start your ordering process. So this week is going to give you time to get your tools ordered, things like that. You might want to look into now getting started with spiritual baths. So, you're going to need that. Spiritual baths are very important. They're very important because it gets that bad energy off of you. So go ahead and get you some Florida water, get you some sea salt, like very simple. Get you some lemon, lime. Those elements will get all that nasty energy off of you. Easy. Florida water. Oh, apple cider vinegar. That's a good, easy thing. If you don't have the means to get Florida water, then you can start tapping into just using apple cider vinegar. Some people use ammonia. If you really got something on you, you can use ammonia. So it's a simple recipe. Maybe some rosemary. That's a simple recipe, okay, y'all? That's a simple recipe. They can get as complicated or as simple as your issue, or, your challenge, things you want to work on. So I am also going to make sure we get a little bit of a shopping list going on for y'all too. If you are a member of our Patreon, definitely tap in because I will be putting those shopping lists up for each week. What you are going to need to get, and a lot of stuff is available in your local store or like Amazon and my Amazon shopping list. I try to have everything, but if I don't, it's somewhere on Amazon for sure. Yeah, Amazon have everything. I know we've been kind of like about the idea of Amazon, but real talk, pretty much everything's on Amazon. Even the suppliers that are like small. A lot of our local areas though, if you don't want to use Amazon, if you don't care about going to stores, a lot of our local like botanicas and spiritual stores, like they have what you need, to be honest. They do. If you just don't want to be bothered with the idea of putting a kit together for yourself, period. Of course, you guys know that the concierge, we do put kits together for you. So just hit me up and I'll go ahead and get you started. Now, all this shadow work. So we're going to spend the next 7 days tapping into this idea of shadow work and really getting into it with ourselves. Journaling and deciding the pieces of us that we just don't want to take with us any longer. Okay. Now let's see. So just take some time and think about that. Take some time and meditate on that before you get off into like your financial goals and your business goals and all of this. Just take a moment and really decide what it is you don't want. You know what you want. What don't you want? What don't you want to see come with you? What parts of yourself do you desire to refine and let go of, or just tweak a little bit? I got a good cleansing bath recipe here as well. I got a notebook full of stuff, y'all. So we really gonna get into some things this season, and I'm very much excited to share this information with y'all. Now, let's get into this reading, okay? And if you guys haven't, I have an article, Rando. I have an article on Patreon about this purification and cleansing ritual that I feel like is super good. It's a 13-day ritual, so if you really want to get into it, it's called the Laws of Entrance, and it's 13 days, the 1st through the 13th. And you can start it on specific time frames, like the whole night of the new moon, the full moon, when Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter are visible in the heavens on this particular day of the cleansing. So again, this is like a 13-day ritual where you just completely just do this every day, and you shed it and you say your psalms. So I have that on Patreon. I feel like I have that on Patreon. Double check, but I feel like I have that on Patreon. But anyway, y'all, it's a thing, and it can help you out. In addition to just your simple apple cider vinegar, salt, sea salt for sure, lavender bath. And if you're really going through it, if you really need to really handle some things, that purification ritual is very much a thing for you. We've got some articles on egg cleansing, because I know, like, for some people it's so much deeper in terms of shedding than just like, oh, let me just write a list. It's some people, it's a little bit deeper. Some people got some cords they need to cut spiritually. Some people got some extra little entities they need to shed. So just letting that be known, if you do have that issue, there are resources on our Patreon for you to work through that. I also been putting up books too, y'all. So if y'all want to read more about these processes and different resources, we have some downloadable books that you can read. All right, y'all. So yeah, I just felt the need to say that. So let's get on off into this reading and see what the ancestors have for us to get to for the week. Let's see what they got for us. I already did a pretty good shuffle. All right, ancestors and spirit guys, thank you so much for coming with a word for the tribe so that we can move forward on this week. We definitely appreciate you, and any advice, guidance that you could share. Let's see what we got for foundation. So we got the 3 of Sticks in reverse. We've got the Miss Robinson presently. We've got the Daughter of Baskets in reverse. And we've got the Dr. Grant in the upright. And we've got the 8 of Knives in reverse. Okay. So, okay. Looks like we are fearing going forward. Might not be making the right moves. Clarify the 3 of Sticks. So you may have some hidden adversaries because we got the 10 of baskets in the reverse. That could also be a lack of stability, though. Tell me more. So there seems to be some planning, some black magic. We've got the Black Hermit. Tell me more. So this ended with the clarification. We finally got a card upright. So that was the Four of Knives. So looks like we need to be thinking. You're thinking about some plans that maybe didn't go right previously that caused the lack in stability. Okay, so that's what you're dealing with. And that's the idea of the shadow work portion of all of these. You know, maybe recentering yourself, deciding a new path, getting your meditation on. Tomorrow is a moon day. So now you're praying, you're thinking, just really trying to find yourself, just really trying to center yourself from these things that didn't go how you wanted them to go initially, right? So now we got, in the present moment, we've got this Miss Robinson card, Capricorn energy. Clarify. So maybe you're not believing in yourself due to the Father of Coins in the reverse energy, which is someone who essentially is lacking a little bit of discipline. They're not planning properly. Made kind of some bad investments. So you feeling like something that you invested in previously didn't work out, so that may be affecting your confidence. Clarify. But once you get over that and regain your confidence, we're in some Eight of Sticks energy. And at that particular point, now you're able to make the progress that you need to make. So don't get stuck on that. Also, don't be susceptible to get rich quick schemes. Don't be susceptible to gambling on things that don't mean anything. You know, there is about to be an end of those delays, because at this point you're facing yourself, basically. You're facing yourself. Now there is an air of a Daughter of Baskets in the reverse energy through the collective. So you may be feeling somewhat like, tell me more. Tell me more about this Daughter of Baskets before I say it. Hold on, y'all. So you need to fight against the idea of like illusions and lies and, playing to your own detriment. You got to fight against that. Don't let anybody play with your emotions. Don't let anybody con you. You've got to fight. And then there are some things that are being balanced out. Justice is here. So we've got some Libra energy on the board. So after somebody kind of played with you, or you allowed it, because again, we're taking accountability. Now you are being awarded this judgment after having to deal with these lies and these illusions. Like, people are having to deal with this imbalance now. And you're basically walking away from it. You're being encouraged to focus on being a little bit more independent. It's time for you to really focus on finding you. It's time for you to really focus on staying away from these energies. You got to protect yourself from that. And it's really also time for you to, we got some Eight of Coins energy here. So once you become independent, once you separate yourself from these energies, at that point, you'll be able to focus more on your goals, more on your endeavors. So here we are again with the idea of shedding, the element of shedding, the element of religious, letting things go so you can accomplish your goals and put your whole self into it. You feel me? Yeah, that's the truth, because now we got the Eight of Coins and then we got the Ten of Sticks. So allowing yourself to recognize things, fighting to just stay strong in the face of adversity. You are not going to have some help. You are going to have your loads lifted. Spirit is here. Your ancestors are here to help you out, basically. So then we got a Father of Baskets energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this is going to allow you to be more resourceful. You're being a little bit more wise now. You'll be able to provide for yourself. You're going to be a better foundation for yourself during this particular time. Okay, so you just got to face those demons. Don't lie to yourself, and don't allow people to lie to you. The Dr. Grant card is in the near future, so that's a Virgo energy. That's letting you know that it's time to get organized. It's time to get grounded. We are waning. I didn't say that at first, which I usually do. We are dealing with still in the full moon essence, but the moon is in Virgo. And Virgo is all about planning and analyzing and organizing. So, you got to get to that point. Now it's time to really break down who you are, what you want. So all of this is in flow with what we're doing. And you need to be making peace with the past. It's time for you to grow up. Six of Baskets. You are growing. We can actually say that when these things come out in the upright, we assume that they're already happening. We're already moving in this mode. Only when it come out negative, it's like, okay, this is what you need to work on. But you're setting down shop. If you're here, you've made it this far in the chat, it's like, all right, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's definitely getting away from collaborating with people that are not good for you. There could be up to 3 energies. We got a 3 of Baskets in reverse. You got to move away from being overindulgent. You've got to not be dealing with people that don't mean you no good. Tell me more about the 3 of Baskets. Yeah, so something has been revealed. We got the Big Mama, Leo energy. So something maybe was revealed on the Leo full moon, that maybe you have some things you need to work on, or people around you that weren't on your team. We got the 7 of Knives in reverse to clarify that. Let's see. So as you know, knives are kind of like what we thinking, what we believing. So there may be, prior to that, maybe you had some people that were pretending to be, on the team. They didn't want to see you succeed. They didn't want to see you win. We got the 6 of Sticks in reverse. Let me see. Maybe you were dealing with some imposter syndrome because of those energies. Feeling like you had to hide who you were, and now you're stepping out. Now you're making the decision to step out into who you are. Yeah, we got the energy of frenemies, though. So this is about people around you releasing those things, You're in hermit mode now. Okay. Six of Steeps. Yeah, we got the Four of Coins in the reverse. These people maybe have like controlling personalities. A lot of people just don't want to shift. They don't want to change. And the Daughter of Coins in the upright is letting it be known that it's time for you to get committed to yourself, get committed to your path. You know, you are trying to do what's right for you. So all of this is with that Virgo energy, like I said, getting organized and analyzing things, breaking it down, seeing what didn't work, basically being real with yourself. That's what you'll be doing this week. You really be seeing. So it's in alignment. It works for us, right? Now the overall energy, we in the Eight of Knives in the reverse. So why are we feeling this way? Father of Knives, some malicious energy, maybe not making a decision as quick as you should, being slow about it. So Spirit is saying now you need to decide, like, so we've got the Eight of Knives in the reverse and the Father of Knives in reverse, clarify with the Father of Sticks in the upright. So what that tells me is it's like you can't be stubborn. You can't not see the vision. Like, get out of these negative thoughts, because you're basically trapping yourself. When you decide that you're free, you're free. You know, yesterday the episode was called Free Yourself. So you've got to free yourself. You've got to have the vision and decide you're a leader, basically. That's what's being said. Tell me more. It's like there was an imbalance, maybe a possible partnership that you couldn't move on from. It was causing you to be stuck, because these two cards came out at one time. Two of Baskets in reverse and a Railroad Bill in reverse. So there was some partnerships you was having a tough time moving on from. But once you develop the discipline to love yourself and give yourself this Nine of Baskets in the upright, you won't be feeling like that any longer. Tell me more. I keep pulling out two cards. So we got this Seven of Coins in the reverse and the Nine of Coins. So you need to really assess like what didn't work and who was around just for the perks. We got the Seven of Coins in reverse clarified by the Nine of Coins in the upright. Once you release these people, once you release those thought patterns that's keeping you stuck, you'll be at your Nine of Coins energy. There may be, you're no longer stuck, basically. The Hangman came out in reverse. You're not stuck no more. You feel stuck, but you're not. The only reason you stuck is because you allowing yourself to be. And that's because you maybe feel like you might make a bad decision. So you scared. So you feeling stuck because you're not making no decision. So no, what I say always, no decision is a decision. It's time for you to get passionate. You got the Son of Knives. It's time for you to get passionate about movement. It's time for you to get passionate about your decision making at this point. It's like you're afraid to let this cycle end, the World in reverse. You're afraid to let these cycles end, but you need to have faith that you can move forward. You need to have faith that you can actually have what you want. You know, you've got to be a little bit more assertive this week in your process. You got to be a little bit more assertive within your process. We've got the Bishop C.H. Mason in reverse, clarifying the Hierophant. So you've got to keep spirit in your plans, and you've got to do what's right. You know, once you start to move in an authentic space, in a space that's pleasing to your spirit guides and your ancestors, you'll be able to set these goals. You'll be able to set these plans that you're looking to, but you have to get your priorities in order. You've got to get in alignment, and there's an area of you possibly being out of alignment, and that's because you don't have confidence in who you are in your path. That's clarified with the grandchildren card, which is the star, Aquarius energy. You are having a rebirth, though. There's an era of letting things end, letting things, die so you can live. But you're scared to take this leap of faith. You're scared to look like a fool. You're scared to appear a certain way. And Spirit and the ancestors are saying you need to heal from that immediately. So you can have this happy new beginning. What I say, the Ace of Baskets. You got to heal from looking crazy. But that's, once you heal that part of yourself, About It is what just came on by Party Next Door. So it's like, once you get about it, you know what I'm saying, then you'll be able to make progress. It needs to be some type of self-reflection. You need to call judgment on these energies. You really need to make proper assessment. So this week is that shadow work. That's when you're going to be able to make a gamble on yourself. 6 of Coins. Yeah, but you're feeling unstable. You're feeling like the money's not going to be there. You're scared to take a gamble on yourself. But it's time for you to find balance, Father Sims. When you balance out these things, balance out your temperament, Mother of Knives in reverse. Balance out being pessimistic and really seeing like being manipulative and seeing the shitty end of stuff. When you get more passionate, Mother of Sticks in reverse. So you got to find your passion. You got to get focused. You got to also step out of the negative talk. Then you'll be able to shift your Wheel of Fortune. Your Wheel of Fortune is going to shift once you come up out of these particular energies. But you're not celebrating yourself enough. And that's what's, causing these time moments. Hold on, let me look at this 4 of Steeds. Because that might not even be collective. So okay. So there's a possibility that some delays or some instability did cause some tower moments for you. And you just got to get passionate. You got to get on your feet. You got to move forward in the other direction. You got the Daughter of Sticks. And change your way of thinking. You got the Daughter of Knives. You've got to really shift more into Mother of Coins energy. So we got the Daughter of Knives with the Mother of Coins. So focus on you. Focus on yourself. Focus on building something substantial for yourself. Stop being stuck and stubborn, overly emotional. There's shadow work to be done. We got the Cancer energy. You may be being stubborn about people close to you. Did I say Cancer energy? I think I did. Yeah, continuing to look over what went wrong. Continuing to really just be having a pity party about your secrets. You all up in your head and you need to get out of it. John Horse in reverse. Yeah, negative thoughts over and over. You gotta get out of your head. kind of stressed. You have some anxiety here. Too much worry. Clarify the Nine of Knives. And that's causing you to be afraid. You have the Son of Sticks. So it's really the idea of you getting out of your head and making solid decisions. Yeah, what I was saying, get out your emotions and get in your bag. Mother of Baskets in reverse. Son of Baskets. So you just can't be afraid of making a mistake. You can't be afraid of appearing a certain type of way. You don't really see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can't really see how this is going to work. So that's affecting you being able to build your coins up. It's like you take 2 steps forward and then you take 2 steps back because of your confidence. Negative self-talk. Five of Knives. You feel like you gotta be real. You gotta be authentic. Be Queen of Reverse. But you're gonna survive whatever's been put in front of you. You're gonna make it out. So you may as well go ahead and get confident. As you continue to move forward and move out of these negative frequencies, everything will start to heal itself. Again, overcoming challenges, moving forward. You keeping yourself stuck though, because you in your head. Once you get out of your head, I keep saying this is a mind thing. I think the collective needs to really meditate this week. Affirmations, getting in the mirror, saying that shit, having it play in a voice note. I used to do that. Listening to yourself say your affirmations, they help too. Yeah, you in your head and it's causing you to lack strength in reverse to build. We got the Ace of Coins. But you've got to fight. You got to keep fighting. 7 of Sticks. And be patient, It's going to happen for you if you allow yourself to heal. But you got to step out of the grief of what didn't work last year or the year before that or the year before that. And now you got to step into this new timeline. You've definitely had some negatives. It's all about how you're speaking to yourself. Yeah. Death on the bottom of the traditional tarot. So the ancestors want you to speak to yourself better. The ancestors want you to have confidence in yourself. They want you to allow things to balance themselves out. And while they do, focus on your goals. Focus on building your skill. That's what the ancestors are wanting out of this. So, Londrell, know yourself. Browse chakra meditation. So, yeah, this week is going to be heavily focused on you deciding to let go and progress. You've shedded, they did what they did, what was said was said. Don't continue to carry that frequency with you. Judgment has been called on these energies, and now you're gonna be moving forward. You gotta be able to see the vision. Let these things die out. Let these towers happen. And then rebuild yourself back better than ever. King of Pentacles. You gotta stop worrying. 7 of Swords. About not your worrying is fucking with your confidence. It's getting you all in your head. That Emperor in reverse, being too harsh, being too rigid to yourself. This is a confidence thing. I'm not even gonna pull the whole. I usually run the whole deck. I'm not even gonna run the whole deck because I already know what it is. You're afraid to have confidence. You're scared to be judged for where you're going. You're afraid to go. You're afraid to let certain shit die. But it has to. Let me get a little bit of oracle. So you need to separate from energies that aren't in alignment with you. You've got to have the strength to let people who are no longer a part of your tribe go. They're affecting the way you see yourself. These intentions are no good. And this is no longer a mystery to you, so it's not like you don't see it. There's no peace in this place. And that's what has been revealed to you. You got to have the patience, though. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself as you go on this journey. Be mindful of your energy, especially when you're not feeling inspired. You know, you're allowing yourself to go back and go to old habits. Yeah, like he said, you got to celebrate yourself, play. You're not free. You're not feeling free. You don't feel free to be yourself. You don't feel free to defend yourself. There are a lot of secrets that stopped you from growing and stopped you from creating. So now it's time for you to be kind to yourself, kinder. Like I said, that negative self-talk thing, you're consuming yourself with it. Bad memories, things that happen that you can't control, things that didn't work out. It's time for a rebirth. Shit, I could go on, but I think you get the gist. I think you get the gist. So I am going to post visuals of this reading on our social media. And again, we'll be working through these processes this particular week. We will be doing shadow work because, like they say, you can't build a new you. You know, that's like putting on clean clothes musty. Feel me? You got to get it out. If you guys would like to do this on a one-on-one, we can reach out to me at thekushconcierge@gmail.com or DM me on social media and we can get started from there. I do appreciate y'all for listening and engaging. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe so we can get this party started right. But yeah, this is what's happening. This is how it starts. So, yeah, I love you guys, and we will chat soon.